Hi everyone, welcome back. It's number 13 of my abstract series, abstract mixed media stuff that I'm doing. My experimentation of mixing colors and just trying to do some abstract stuff. So today I'm using orange and blue and black, 3 colors. I'm trying to keep my colors limited and mix them together to see what other shades I could get, different hues, which is wonderful. It's wonderful. I've discovered that I actually really like gray a lot, so I think a lot of my abstract pieces I'm trying to experiment with mixing it and trying to get different shades of it, and I'm learning the different mixes that cause me to get gray, which I never even knew it could happen. Just fantastic. So what I'm doing is using a dry brush to help blend in the paint that I had already applied. Now I'm coming in, well, I had to dry that first, but I'm coming in with a soft pastel, just making some marks. And now I'm trying to push all of that stuff back, but still keep the color showing. So that's why I'm coming in with a baby wipe to take up some of it, but help smooth it out at the same time, soften it. So I'm just adding it in some random places. As much as I don't like to see, I don't know how to put it, but when I paint over the pastel, it smudges and it makes, in my eyes, it looks dingy. As much as I don't like to see it, I'm still experimenting with it to try and see how I could still incorporate it into these pieces that I'm doing. So I'm coming in with a darker gray here, just in some random places, and I'm doing everything in threes because it's more pleasing to the eye. Here I'm taking the piece of the remains of a brush, the remains, and I'm trying to make marks. I'm trying to pull the paint as well, but it's not working out the way I thought, because I guess the surface of it is not big enough to pull the paint, so it's a lot of work, but I'm still trying because the paint is still wet. So I'm just going into the gray and pulling out. So it's kind of making some marks in the gray, but I also want to pull out the paint and make some lines. And I kind of gave up and just went with a spatula, which worked out a lot better. I was like, yes, why didn't I use this before? But yeah, so I'm using the spatula now to make my drag marks. And now let's see if we get some drips going. So I kind of wanted a solid line, but solid, and then it kind of lazily dripping down. So I'm using the spritz to help because I realized it wasn't moving at all. And I'm kind of liking how that looks, but I wanted it more drippy. So I just added a little more water. I'm kind of helping it down. And at this point, I find it kind of looks like trees, which is pretty cool. I wasn't even trying for that. But I wanted the color to be a bit deeper, so I just added some more paint there. There, I just gave it a little blow to help push it down. And then I didn't like how the paint was just kind of resting there, so I'm just using the dry brush to brush it up to make it look like it is part of the page instead of just kind of sitting in a solid line, you know. So I'm trying to add back some paint, looking at it to see if I want to add anything else. And then I was thinking I want to use this piece of cloth. It's cotton, and I wanted to fray the edges, but then I decided maybe I'll just use the thread. So I brought in some black thread as well, and I mixed the two together. And I decided to actually have a very noticeable focal point. So I'm using that. I'm edging my words. And that's pretty much it. I like how it looks. I'm going to glue it down using tacky glue. And that's pretty much it. Oh, I decided to do some asemic writing. It's really just squiggles, just to give it a border. I'm using a regular Pilot pen, and that is it. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave your comments. Let me know what you think about this one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!